Today's episode is for my nature and fine art photographer friends making those images that they love from their soul and they want to build that business, but something's just not clicking. Totally feel like you're doing the right thing, right? But the sales, the recognition, the consistency is not there. I have 10 mistakes that I see nature, landscape, macro, fine art photographers making all the time because I've been around for a long time. They're silently sabotaging their business. And this is the kicker. Most of them don't realize they're doing it. And that could be you. I'm going to give you the mistake and the fix it so you can get on that right now ASAP.
Welcome to Capture and Connect. Insight, challenges, and proven strategies to help you take your passion for photography and turn it into an income-generating business. And now here's your host, Janice Sullivan.
Let's start off with mistake number one. You don't actually have a place to sell. I go to a lot of photographers' areas once I see an image that I like, and I always wonder, are they a business? Or what are they selling? And I will see beautiful work on Instagram or Facebook, or maybe you have a website. Then I'll click on the website and I look to see, how can I buy from this photographer? And there isn't a clear buy now, add to cart, contact me to purchase. There's nothing. And I'm like, wow, what's going on here? If you have a website, that's something big. You've done a lot of work to it. But you're making people work too hard if it's not really focused. So let's fix it. Make sure it's very clear on what you do and how do they buy from you. You got to make it super easy. People will bounce off if they don't know what they're getting. You need to have some testimonials on a website, one or two, to be legit. Sell on the side. Get a testimonial on the website. Now, if you don't have a website, then what you could do, the next step would be creating a simple sales page. It's just a one-page landing. And what it does is from your social, then you send them to this sales page. It doesn't feel salesy, but it's for people to understand what you do. Say you haven't built the website yet. I found this company and I absolutely was like, whoa, my mouth actually dropped. And I want to share it with you. It's called System.io. So System.io is really, really cool. And I'm going to be sharing this in more detail with CC Biz Method, my clients that I work with, because this is absolutely amazing. I'm going to share with them how to do this. There's a free start for free. Oh my gosh. And you get all the stuff. You get a sales funnel. This is where people will go and buy from you. And they have different payment processors to go with the landing page because all they're going to do is buy from you there. And it's free. It's free. I can't believe it. I mean, it's free up to a certain amount, 2,000 contacts for your emails. And you get 3 different sales funnels. So that's basically different landing pages. If you have 3 different things that you're selling, you could do it for free. So I'm just like all over this company. Oh my gosh, we got to use this company. And we'll probably go back to that page because I love it so much. Okay, now also part of this fix it. If you don't want to do the free landing page, I don't know why you wouldn't, because we would really focus on that. That's like amazing. Then you could use something that like an Etsy store, Shopify gallery. Now, remember with Etsy, you have a lot of competition. There's certain ways to do it. And I really dive into that in the CC Biz Method, but you can do it. You need a place for them to go. Now, if you don't have a website, you don't have a landing page, then go ahead and use something like this for a while. Then get to your website for sure. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be very easy to use, and they know exactly what they're going to get. It just needs to exist, needs to be there. Don't assume people understand what you're doing. Let's get into mistake number 2. You're selling to other photographers. Yes, I did do a podcast on this and I'll put the link down below. But let me just explain something a little bit more detail because I just saw it again today. And I was like, I got to do this. So this is definitely in my top 10s. I see this so much. You're selling calendars. I just saw a photographer doing that to other photographers. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So you're selling calendars, mugs, or even like mini prints that you think that will sell well, but you're selling them to photographers because what you put out in social is for photographers. They're not your clients, they're not your collectors. And when your content, that means what you're writing or what you're saying, what you're sharing, focuses behind the scenes of your gear or the process that you do as you photograph, you're building an audience with your peers. You should be doing workshops instead of selling all these other things like calendars and prints and stuff like that. Now, if you love to do that, then they're not your buyers. Photographers are not your buyers. So what you're going to do is you're going to fix it. You want to sell your art. Start speaking to people who like art or collect what you do. Show them your art can change their space, inspire them, help them feel calm or powerful or whatever emotion that your work brings. Watch this video. Who really buys your photos? Find out now, photography business owners, and I really dive in deep there. Let's get to mistake number 3. You're obsessed with vanity metrics. I know in the beginning I was like this. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I need all the likes and the follows, but that doesn't equal income. We're here for a business. I know it feels good and gets your heart all excited and your inner self going, yeah, I got comments, I got this. But is it making you money? Let me just say something here. Those metrics, those people connecting with you, if they're not turning into subscribers and those comments are not turning into buyers or they're not commissioning your work, they don't move your business forward, right? They don't give you money. So let's fix it. Measure emails collected, prints sold if you're selling prints, opportunities if you're working with other businesses. It's not a popularity contest. No matter what anybody says, don't listen to them. Listen to the money that comes into your bank. All right, let's get on to mistake number 4, which is really important. You're not building an email list. I had to bring this in. This one hurts because it's so simple and so many photographers are not doing this. And the reason why I know is because they don't feel their photography is good enough. They don't feel their offer is good enough. But please, please understand. If you're trying to sell and you're not building your email list and you're wondering why you're not getting the sales, this is one of the number one things. Plus, what's happening is your social media is not safe. You don't own your audience there. The people who own that audience is the social media, Facebook or Instagram. They own that audience. So if something happens and they ban you for some reason or you get hacked or you're locked out, poof, your business is gone. At least with the email list, you can still continue to connect to your people and sell your latest offer or talk to them and get to know them more to find out what you want to photograph in the future for them. So we'll fix it. Build your email list. Use freebies or have a giveaway. That's so much fun. If you want to do behind the scenes, don't show them how to photograph if you're not doing workshops. Show them the location that the photograph was shot at so they can actually feel what you've done for them. That list, your email list, becomes the lifeline of your business. And I will go back to system ISO because I love them. ISO, IO, ISO. That's a photographer for you. Oh my gosh. System IO. Look, you get emails. You get 2,000 contacts for free. This is the free. Holy moly. I'm telling you, this is my new thing that I want to share with you guys because I just feel it's so cool. And oh my gosh, the startup is them $17. It's really, I mean, I just, like I say, this is really, really good. You get unlimited emails. You get an email campaign is you make the emails automatically so you don't have to write an email every single time so you can go photograph. There's so much. My CC Biz method is going to get all the details, but you could look at this yourself and check it out. All right, let's get on to mistake number 5 that I see all the time. You don't know who your buyer is. So if I ask you who, and I do this to my clients, who is your ideal customer? Who is the person that you're selling to? What do you do? I help blank so they can have blank. I help art consultants with my fine art photography that's detailed so they can have their projects ready for them, changed up quickly for their deadlines. Think about what you would do. If you're saying anyone who likes nature, you got to go deeper. I want you to go deeper. To fix this, build a buyer persona. Basically, it's a customer avatar, it's called, if you've never sold to somebody. If you sold to someone you truly love, you need to write everything about them in general. So then you can relate to them because that's what sells. You know their values because their values align with you. You know where they're at because you hang out there too. And why would they even want your art on their wall if you're selling prints or whatever your offer is? Why would they want that? Understand that, write it down, and focus on that continually. It shouldn't be hard because you enjoy it. But if you try to sell to everyone, you'll sell to nobody. Mistake number 6 is you undervalue your work. This is what you'll say. I don't think people will pay more than $50 for my print. Sound familiar? You think it's easy on what you do. They're not going to pay that much for what I do. The problem is not your pricing, it's your mindset, for sure. When you price based on fear, because you feel like nobody's going to pay on that, you attract people that will only pay lower price. And what happens is you're going to get very frustrated and you're going to get burned out because they're not going to appreciate what you do because you're looking for the sale all the time. But what do I say all the time? I say, if you're new here, people pay for value and you are valuable. So I don't want you to burn out. Let's fix it. Learn to price on value. Remember, you're not just selling paper if you're printing, you're selling emotion, an experience of beauty. You're selling a license that's going to help another company build their business too, because this is so important. For more details, I have a video for you. It's called The Essential Pricing Tips for Landscape and Nature Photography Businesses. And I will put the link down below. This is very, very important. I explain all the steps on how to price and the variety of ways to get started. So check that out. So you're not just charging this minimal amount and thinking that you're not valuable because you are. Okay, let's go on to mistake number 7. You wait to be discovered. Yeah. Is that you? You know what's funny is most of these were me in the beginning. I do talk to a lot of photographers and I've interviewed a lot of you. So I understand where you're at. Basically, what you're doing is you're hoping that someone will magically stumble upon your work and give you a big break. You're putting your business in someone else's hands if you are doing this. Especially nowadays, the internet is totally crowded. So I want you to fix this ASAP. I've had major deals and I thought, okay, this is the ticket. I'm going to make money all the time. No, you've had something really, really good and that's great, but you have to continually fix it. I want you to keep pitching yourself. And it's not a salesy type of thing. Pitching, that's such a bad term. I probably shouldn't say pitching because I always say connection. That's why I call this capture and connect. You're going to connect yourself with the people that you want to work with. So wellness spacing, licensing agencies or licensing to different companies. Maybe you want to work with businesses in your state. Start following companies you would like to work with and actually connect with them. Be proactive. If you're not doing the licensing like I'm doing and you're selling different things or your offer or prints, then what you need to do is where do your people hang out? Do they like to hike a lot? Are they going to travel at different places? Where do they go? Where do you go? How can you connect with those people? Go to those groups. Be proactive and not passive. Once you're in these groups and they love something that you've done, feel free to message them on the side. Thanks so much that you loved my image. I do sell them on the side if you're interested. I have a photography business, and if you'd like to see more, here's my link. It's just a conversation. All right, let's get on to mistake number 8. Your brand looks DIY. And what is that? If your website is slow or your logo wasn't really made or thought out for what you do as a photographer, it's just slapped on and doesn't really relate to you as your offer or services that you do. Your social media looks off. So say you have a bunch of your nature and then you're shooting dogs and you just combine them all together. Your brand needs to really focus on your business and what you do, and they need to know what you do. And that's really, really important. They won't realize, honestly, that you actually are a business if you're all over the place. Because you're all over the place, what happens is you're going to lose trust in the actual business. If you want to be all over the place, go do a different profile. But I'm talking really about focusing on your business here, right? So buyers want to feel confident in who they purchase from, don't you? I mean, think of yourself and really pay attention to the brands that you like. How do they connect to their people? So let's fix this. I want you to invest in simple, clean branding that relates to you and a polished online presence that shows that you're professional and you're not a hobbyist. We are all hobbyists in the beginning. That's okay. But now we're making our professional presence. And if you want help with branding, I have made a video. You could check it out. I'll put the link below, but it's called How to Brand Yourself as a Photography Business, not just a photographer. Okay, 2 more. Let's head on to mistake number 9. You're not telling the story. A photo without a story is just a decoration. People want feelings. They want to feel something. They want to connect. So don't just post a photo of a mountain and call it Mount Shasta 2023. Tell me why you took it. Not f-stop, shutter speed, ISO. I want to know what the moment felt like. What does it represent to you and the people that have the values that you have also? This is how we fix it. I want you to use captions and descriptions and titles that emotionally connect and draw them into your piece. Tell the story of the image. A hero story is really, really cool. That's basically you've gone on a journey to make this image. What was the obstacles? How did you overcome them? Now you have this piece. And we relate to stories. I'll give you a quick example. My husband and I were hiking up in our mountains. I used to live in the foothills of Southern California, and we did a lot of hiking up in our local mountains. And we took this one hike with this beautiful creek that was going through it. And the obstacles was all the trash that was left. I was so upset when I saw all this trash. And half of me is like, should I share these images of the trash and how people trash it before and then what I've done? And in the beginning, I was thinking, no, they just need to see it pretty. But no, that's my story. I mean, I moved some of this trash and all the crap around it. People resonate with that. And be truthful to you. Give them a story. Don't just throw the image up. It's really awesome when you can touch people. And in your emails, even better. Really show them maybe other images of what you did and be really personal in your email. I feel like my email list is like so important because those are the people that took the time. Give them some extra. Give them some extra feelings and then they will resonate with what you do. Okay, here's mistake number 10. And this is something that's really important to me as I teach and coach the photographers in my CC Biz method. So I wanted to end with this one. I see photographers ignoring other revenue options. And it's normal because photographers don't go into a blue ocean. I love blue ocean strategy. And basically what it is, let me just explain. So you might be selling prints. You might think prints is the only way to make money from your art. but it's not. Matter of fact, so many people do prints. So I want you to think, what do you love as a person, as an individual? It could be you like branding, you like wellness companies, you like hotels, you like products like scarves, or you like hats. There's so many different things that we like as individuals that I want to take your photography, your beautiful work, and we're going to fix it. I want you to explore within your soul, what do you like? I have a client that loves scarves. So she put her stuff on scarves. So, and she sold the scarves. I have another client that really loves to work with other people in the color realm. So she's not just a photographer, she's a color theorist or something. She went to school for that, but she uses her images to sell to people. So I want you to think beyond just the print, explore things that you truly love within your soul. Think about this. Is there ideas? Maybe you can get ChatGPT to help you, but you could do other things, not just the print, if you want to do something different, something that you truly, truly enjoy. Did a ChatGPT just for you guys today, just because I'm like, I got to show them this is a little bit of what I teach behind the scenes. So I wrote in ChatGPT, can you give me some blue ocean strategies for me as a nature photographer? And I went in a little bit more. So here is what I got. This was number 7. That gives you so much, but you have to really like what ChatGPT is giving you and say, yeah, this is my gig. I'm going to go this route. Because maybe printing on the walls is just not working for you. It's probably because it's not within your soul or your heart that you truly love. You're just doing it because you think that's where the money is. And it's not that way. That's not how you build a business. So I'm just giving you an example. This is what I got. Custom affirmation art licensings for coaches and healers. That's an idea of what I could do with my work as a nature photographer. So what I would do is pair nature images with tailored affirmations for mindset coaches or holistic brands, sell the rights to use them for programs, workbooks, membership sites, email headers. What I'm doing, if I'm going this route, is that my art becomes an active tool, not a passive decor. I hope that helps you understand the importance of what you truly want to offer. If you love to print on your own, you go for it. I just want you to understand there's other things that you could do, but we hone in on what we truly love. I shut off the camera, I took a deep breath, and I should have left it on because I was like, wow, that was a lot. But I wanted to get it out to you because maybe it is a little uncomfortable. But here's the truth. If you recognize yourself in any of these mistakes, that's good. That means that you're now aware, and the awareness is a start for change. You're not here to play small. You're here to turn your passion into a real business. And it's absolutely possible when you stop doing what doesn't work and start doing what does. If you want more help on building a photography business that is both beautiful and profitable, then you can grab my free guide right now that I have, How to Find Images That Sell. The link is down below in the show notes, and you can grab it, and it gives you all the great tips to get started ASAP and really gives you a great portfolio too. I teach you on portfolio how to keep the eyes moving. If this episode helped you, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. I come here every single week to get you going to build your photography business. You've got this. Remember, you're valuable and people pay for value. If you would like to get show notes, links that I talk about in the episode, and a bunch of other goodness like freebies to help you build your photography business, then head on over to photobizmethod.com. photobizmethod.com. See you there.